It's snowing outside, it's crazy. It's a little bit weird weather, windy, snowy. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Welcome back to my channel, and can you believe I'm already in my second trimester? I don't know, time has kind of flying by. I'm already in my 6th month, so this is the last month of second trimester, and I'm just getting around sitting down to do the second trimester vlog for you guys because I don't know, for Christmas I just didn't feel like it and there's so much going on, and I was back at my parents' house as you saw in my Vlogmas episodes, and yeah, then January hit and I kind of just had to get used to the new year and to the swing of it and being back here and kind of mapping out what I want to do this year and setting my intention and just taking a lot of time for myself, going within and kind of figuring out how I want to step forward this year. And so yeah, I'm finally finding the time sitting down talking about second trimester, and let me tell you, it is really how they say it is, way better. I mean, nothing compared to first trimester. If you haven't watched my first trimester vlog, then I will put it here and go watch this first. And yeah, I talk about how noxious I felt and how I could barely eat anything and I didn't feel like drinking, I mean, not even water. Like, it was just crazy. My energy levels were so low. And then once my second trimester hit, this changed. I mean, it's crazy, but I feel like my old self again. I really feel like, besides my growing belly, I feel like nothing happened, to be honest. I mean, if I didn't know that something was inside here, I would think I'm not even pregnant. So my energy levels came back. I felt inspired to be more creative again. I picked up vlogging again. I picked up blogging again. I now released my second podcast episode, with the third one gonna be released tomorrow. So I don't know when I'm going to upload this, but I will definitely link it down below. And yeah, I feel like so much better. I have my appetite back. I'm actually back to eating the way I ate before pregnancy. So lots of healthy food. I'm back to having my morning coconut yogurt with fruits and peanut butter. Oh my gosh, talking about peanut butter, I think that's the only real pregnancy craving I have so far is actually peanut butter. So yeah, peanut butter, and then I'm mixing it up like whatever I feel like this day. Sometimes I have flax seeds or chia seeds, sometimes some gluten-free granola. And yeah, then I usually have some kind of veggies with feta cheese for lunch, or eggs. I'm really big into eggs, but I mean, I've always been a big egg lover, so this is nothing new. And then also craving salad. So I remember, I think around Christmas, I was really into salmon and salad. So I had to have salmon at least 3 times a week. This has kind of settled down again. And then over Christmas, of course, I ate a lot of gingerbread and all kinds of good stuff. But I felt like it didn't really serve me that well because I'm so used to eating healthy and not really that much sugar at all, so I really felt it. And now that January, I feel like something lighter, so I'm actually tending towards more salads and veggies and less meat. I mean, I have the occasional chicken here and there, but I also try to substitute all my dairy products with like vegan options, which are really amazing. So I found this really nice vegan cheese by this company called Simply We, which I totally love. I mean, no, I didn't find it. My friend, I was at her place for breakfast right before Christmas, and she actually had it, and I tasted it and it tastes so good. And seriously guys, I'm the biggest cheese lover, and I was surprised how good this cheese actually tasted. And I looked at the back of the package because usually I'm kind of I'm not the biggest fan of vegan substitute products because usually they're packed with lots of chemicals and all kinds of stupid things. So I rather have the real deal than the vegan option. But this one is really good. It's only almonds and I think soy protein and water and some spices. So it's really clean and there's nothing added that's actually harmful to your body. So been doing this. Also having, oh yeah, I had the craving for like bread, but I bought the flourless bread without any yeast, just, you know, seeds, so grainless bread. And I put on there a vegan cream cheese and then a fried egg and then a slice of this vegan cheese on top. Oh, and I added also some tomatoes. I just love tomatoes so much. And it was so delicious, or it is so delicious. It's still to this day, it's one of my favorite snack options, or maybe if you double up the portion, lunch options, or maybe for dinner. So whenever I feel like it, you know, baby gets what baby wants. And yeah, talking about cravings, I was really looking for any unusual cravings, but so far I haven't really found any. Besides, the other day I had this craving for sushi with ketchup, which I never done before. Then I tried it and I didn't really like it that much, so I only had it once. Then yes, I've been crazy about peanut butter. Also Ben & Jerry's dairy-free peanut butter and cookies ice cream. Oh my gosh, I think this is my obsession. I love it so much. And what I love about the vegan option, yes, I agree, it's not as creamy as like the dairy option, but to be honest, it sits so well with my stomach. As I said before, I'm just not doing good. I'm not doing good with any animal products, I mean dairy products anymore. So yeah, I can have the entire pint. Psst, don't tell anyone, but I mean, that's my pregnancy advantage. So I can have the entire pint and I don't feel overstuffed. So with a non-vegan option, I think I would be so full and feel so gross about myself. And yes, even though there's lots of sugar in there and it's not really healthy, but it's good for the soul. And that's also something I'm embracing for 2021. Maybe I will do a podcast about this or another video, but I'm trying to let go of all the eating dogmas and come back to my intuition and not judge food, because that's something I've done so many times and it's just so tiring and it's just annoying. So yes, I'm letting all of this go step by step and I just enjoy what I feel like my body needs right now without judging it. All right, back to the pregnancy cravings. So yeah, the peanut butter ice cream, peanut butter in general, and then hot sauce just emerged a couple of days ago. I've been going crazy over hot sauce. Don't ask me why. I bought hot sauce because I made a dip for our New Year's Eve fondue, a cocktail dip, and I need a hot sauce for that. And since then I've been putting hot sauce on everything. Very unusual for me. I'm not so big on spices or on spice. I mean, I used to be, and then because of my gut and stomach issues, it kind of ebbed again, and now I think it's rising to the top again. Yeah, that's it about cravings. Yes, and then I think also a big topic I want to talk about is pregnancy weight gain, something I was afraid of, to be honest. I was really afraid of because you see so many stories or hear so many stories of people gaining crazy amounts of weights and how their body change and how they have to adapt and all of that. And people also tell you your body's never going to be the same again after pregnancy. And so I was naturally really, really scared. Also, as I told you in my first trimester pregnancy, I really stopped working out altogether. This has changed now. I even incorporated yoga again in my practice. I'm going on long walks, which I also did during my first trimester. continuing this, and also I've been going on the mat again and doing a couple of strengthening exercises, stretching, but really taking the pressure out of it. So only doing it when I feel like it and only doing what feels good, and really listen very closely to my body, something I've never done before. I always pushed myself. If it wasn't the craziest HIIT workout, it was just not, I didn't feel accomplished. I didn't feel like I worked out enough. And now, I don't know, it may be 10 minutes, maybe 30 minutes, maybe 40 minutes, and I feel fine. And I just do it because I enjoy the movement, or because I somehow need the movement right now. So yeah, pregnancy weight gain I was really concerned about that. And it was funny because first, in my first trimester, I actually lost weight, but that was due to me not eating enough or not feeling for anything. And then I gained, I think, 6 pounds, which is totally normal. And now I don't know. So I have my next appointment on Friday and I will find out. But I think I haven't gained that much. And it's funny because the only weight I gained is actually my belly area. I was so afraid I would gain booty and thighs, and I don't know, just my overall figure would kind of dysmorph or whatever. And that has not been the case with me at all. Yeah, and then I was concerned actually because I didn't gain any weight, or I didn't see any changes. Especially, I didn't see my belly grow for until mid-December, so the middle of my 5th month. And it was funny because I went home mid-December, as you saw in my Vlogmas series, and I had the craziest hunger pangs. So I was so hungry. I think I remember the minute I arrived at my parents' house, I could not stop eating again, which is quite unusual for me. I mean, I have days where I'm hungry, I have days where I'm not hungry, that's all normal, but this was crazy. I felt like I ate something and I never felt full. I don't know if you can relate to this. I remember having this sometimes during my periods, the first couple of days. But besides that, I'd never experienced this before, and it was so unsatisfying, to be honest, because you ate and you felt still not satisfied. So I was constantly eating, and then sometimes I didn't know what to eat anymore. So it was kind of crazy. I think this lasted for about 5 days, maybe 4 to 5 days. And that's also when I saw my belly grew the most. So I think that was kind of like a growth phase for my baby. That's why it also needed more food, more energy, and so on. And since then it has kind of balanced itself again. I mean, I had another really crazy hunger pang on Saturday, and yeah, but since then my belly hasn't, or my bump hasn't really grown, but I think that's totally normal. I talked to another friend of mine who already has 2 children, and she said it was the same with her in pregnancy. So if you're out there and you're also concerned about getting pregnant and maybe being really overly cautious about your body, let me tell you, you don't have to fear anything. If you're really in tune with your body, if you listen to intuition, if you don't take pregnancy as an excuse to go all overboard and stuff your face with whatever, then you're totally fine. And think about it. Of course, sometimes I feel like stuffing my face with chocolate, even though chocolate is not really one of my favorite things to eat during pregnancy, which it was before. But I'm really being mindful about what I put in my body too, not to a crazy extent where I'm like overly obsessive and I do it because I'm afraid of gaining weight. Now I have left this behind, luckily, but because I'm thinking about my baby, because especially when you're hitting the 5th month or the 6th month, your baby consumes everything you're eating. And I feel like I want to feed it as much of good food as possible. So not really eating any junk food, not even eating any processed food, even like store-bought chocolate, I'm staying away from. The only thing I'm doing is the Ben & Jerry's ice cream. And yes, I think because I'm not having it every day, I'm fine about it, and you have to have a treat. I mean, it's all about balance after all. But besides that, I'm really trying to feed my kid or my baby or my infant real food. So really options that, it helps its growth. And I think this is really important, and you feel after a while what feels good for you. I feel when I eat something and it doesn't feel right, or it doesn't sit right in my stomach, or something like that, and you readjust. And if you tune into this inner voice and shut down your brain and just listen to your heart and your gut, you will be just fine, and your kid will be just fine. So this is one of the tips I want to give you for all of those that are afraid out there. So don't fear, it's all fine. And also after pregnancy, you will get back to normal. I saw it with my mom, I saw it with actually all of my friends. There's nothing to be afraid of, and everything you're putting on, even if there are a few additional pounds that are not really on your belly, but maybe on your thighs or your hips or your booty, then this is actually because your body needs more fat or needs more energy to provide for the baby. If you've been underweight going into pregnancy, your body will naturally try to get you on a healthy weight to provide for the baby. And if you've been a little bit overweight, you probably won't put on that much weight because you already have enough to provide for the baby. So nature and our bodies are so smart, and it's such a wonder, and I'm amazed every day by it. So yeah, hunger pains and belly growth come and go. And I remember I read a few, or I subscribed to a few newsletters in the beginning about what's happening in each week and how big my baby is, or what I should do, like tips and tricks. I was kind of intimidated, to be honest, because they told me in my, 16th week, yeah, it's time to buy maternity clothes now. And I'm like, no, I still fit perfectly fine into my regular clothes, and I still am to this day. I mean, not jeans, obviously, but I still fit in my leggings and my tights and my dresses, if they are loose enough, like this one, for example. I mean, if it's a really tight dress, of course, no, I don't fit it anymore. But I mean, that's natural because of the belly. But besides that, don't be too confused by all the outside noise. Like, everyone's journey is so different. Like, even my journey may be totally different from yours. So the really important thing is that you stay with yourself, tune into yourself, and just ask yourself what feels right for me. And you may have a bump in your 15th week, but you may have a bump in your 20th week first. So it really depends on your body type, and if you had children before or not, and the constitution of your body, and so on. There are so many factors, but I mean, that's so beautiful about life, that we are all so different and so unique. And the most important thing is you just enjoy this journey and just take everything into the fullest. And I have to say, I've been really able to do this now that I'm in my second trimester. I feel so good. And yeah, and a really exciting time is also when you feel the first flutter in your belly. I think that happened to me around Christmas too. Christmas was really a kind of impactful time for my pregnancy. And that's when I realized, I didn't know it was my gut, because I still had some gut issues during Christmas or in December in general. So I didn't know it was my gut or it was a baby, but now I'm really sure it's the baby. It's just a different kind of feeling. I don't know, it feels like kind of like your heart. Do you know when your heart is sometimes beating in different parts of your body? That's how it feels, but way irregular, and somehow I don't really know how to describe it, and it's so funny. The first time I joined my yoga course I've did before pregnancy 2 weeks ago, in Shavasana, my baby was going nuts. Like I couldn't really relax because it was jumping around, and I felt so much fluttering in my stomach. It was really funny. Yesterday actually it was quiet. Maybe it got used to me doing yoga, and I kind of imagine it also lying in Shavasana relaxing with me right now. So yeah, since it already sits cross-legged in my belly, I think it will be a little yogi. So yeah, really excited about that. And yeah, what else is exciting? Oh yeah, we're finding out about the gender on Friday, hopefully. So we don't really know. I'm still rooting for a boy, and so many other people do too, but then there are a few people who say it's a girl, so just see. I mean, everything is amazing. Also, update on our living situation. We're still in this apartment, but Roman said, or yeah, we are planning on moving in March maybe, so if he hasn't gotten a job in Berlin by that time, we are going to move here in Munich again and find a bigger apartment to fit in a baby room, because I already picked out the cutest furniture so for the nursery, and it's just so amazing, and I just can't wait to design the nursery because I'm such a design freak in general, and I just can't wait to finally make everything to my liking. But I mean, let's see. I'm trying to stay open what's going to happen, and yeah, besides that, I really have to say that I'm feeling amazing. I'm feeling like myself. So this really is the best phase during your pregnancy. Let's see when I hit third trimester, which is going to be next month. Many people say then your belly gets so big that it gets uncomfortable to move around. Oh, speaking of uncomfort, the only thing I experience is like lower back pain, but I think that's because my baby lies back there and is probably lying on this area, and I feel it when I move around too much, like when I'm cleaning, or the other day when I put away my Christmas decor. I really feel it if I bend over too much, or yeah, if I'm just on my feet the entire day, I really feel my lower back hurt. And then sometimes I can't really lie on my back. So even yesterday during yoga, I always have to have kind of a cushion underneath my lower back to protect it, because then I feel like I can't really get up anymore. And yeah, I have to get used to this, to be honest, because I'm always so energetic and flexible and able to move the way I want to. So this is really something I have to get used to. But if you know how to handle it, and I know how to lie, and I kind of try not to lie on my back too much or have it really cushioned very well, then it's all fine. All right, guys, that's my update for the second trimester. I'm excited to hear your experiences, so leave me a comment down below. Also, subscribe so you don't miss out on any of the exciting news. There's so much more to come, so I will do a third trimester vlog, of course. I will show you our nursery if we have one by then, and I will also probably do a hospital bag video. So yeah, let's see. I think there's so much on the horizon. Also check out my podcast where I also talk about pregnancy, but also all kinds of other stuff. And yeah, follow me on Instagram. I think that's where you will hear about all the updates first, and I can't wait to talk to you soon. Bye.